It's Brittany. So, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing or talking for today because I was thinking of a popcorn chat video, and what that is a movie discussion type of video where I talk about, you know, a movie and I go on about discussing the movie, like the wardrobe, the cast and their performances, and the director and how the movie was directed, and how this, the story, and how, what I thought of the writing, and pretty much everything that goes into it, even the music. But because I haven't done videos as much on Christmas movies, I I haven't. There's no Christmas movie in mind to do a movie discussion on, about a popcorn chat video on. So this will be just like a little chit chat type of video. So this is gonna be different, but as I mentioned before, that I will be doing more videos on Christmas movies. And in case you heard some driving or anything, that's because there was some kind of little parade going on around here of like golf carts. So yeah, that's what I was going on. So at first, when I was hearing all of this, I was like, what is going on? So it's like, well, that's what was going on. Um, so yeah, pretty much just sit down and talk about anything. But but yes, I know around this time of year, a lot of people um are not happy, and I know a lot of people do get sad around this time, and that's very understandable. And there's some that maybe even get mad because they just really don't like it, or they just hate it, and that's fine. And as I said, that for those who celebrate Christmas, but in their own way, even if it's by watching horror Christmas movies, um, or just doing anything that you want to do that makes you happy. And even if you're not into getting into like holiday, like Christmas decorations, then that's okay. Like I said, in whatever it is that you want to do and how you want to celebrate Christmas in your own way, even if it's not the um, traditional way where it's very cheerful and jolly, even if it's not that, and if you're not quite into that and that's not your thing, that's completely okay. That's fine. Do it your own way of whatever makes you happy. And yeah, I just am the whole um traditional um kind, of everything. And that that's okay too. Like for those who are very into it, or those who are not, like that is fine. You know I don't judge. And whatever it is that you want to watch, that's fine too. um but yes, I actually really do love this time of year. I do. And um oh gosh, I was gonna say something. Oh, like, I don't know anyone who's watching this, but the Santa Clauses of on Disney Plus, the series that's based on the Santa Claus movies. I was watching those episodes, and I've seen all 5 episodes already. But now with that, um guy since Santa chose him to be the next Santa. Now, the one thing I did not like of what his character was doing was when he was somehow trying to create a like a company out of it, of being Santa, and that oh, instead of just delivering presents one day of the year, that why not every day? So it's like, why not make every day Christmas? But it's like, now I know on one hand some people might like that idea, but in all honesty, it's like actually that would not be a great idea, because it is true that if Christmas was every single day, then it's like then there would be no day to really look forward to of that one particular day of the year. Because I think what makes the holidays worth waiting for is knowing that we get to look forward to it when it comes to that month, to that particular date. And when it comes, then it's like we get to celebrate it while it lasts and to really enjoy it. But then, even though the day is over, we can still carry that warm, sweet, special feeling around us and with us. But to have a, but to make it like that every day, then it's like, then what's the point of you know what I mean? Because yeah, when that character said, um I forgot what it was that he said, but it was one of the characters, one of the elves, that said that that's what makes Christmas so special, is that it's that one day of the year, and it's all something that we can all look forward to. And and that when it comes, that we get to really enjoy it while it lasts, and that it's just something to really look forward to. And I agree. And so yeah, now it shows that every Wednesday there's a new episode. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching, and of course, what I'm doing is that I'm actually watching at least one Christmas movie a day, because I'm pretty sure there are some people where they're probably watching maybe more than one. Maybe they're watching 2 or 3 Christmas movies a day. Now, with me, I wouldn't do it that much, like as much as I love Christmas movies, the songs, the decorations, and everything about it, even like the special meaning to Christmas. Like I said, I just love everything about it. But I would not go as far to of like watching maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 Christmas movies a day, or repeat the same ones almost every day, like every day till Christmas. Like, no. With me, it's like watching at least one different Christmas movie a day. Only one a day till Christmas. And what I like to do is that usually on Christmas Day, I like to watch one of my favorite Christmas movies, and that's Rudolph and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Well, the Jim Carrey version, because that one is my favorite, because I grew up with that one. And so yeah, that's what I do. And even when Christmas is over and we get to the next day, which is December 26th, then what I do actually is this. What I do is that I will pick, I don't know, I had this idea, which to me this is like a fun idea to do every year, but from December 26th to the 31st, which is New Year's Eve, I pick at least 6 favorite movies that I want to watch of this year, of the month before we get to the new year. and whichever ones that I want to watch, that those are the ones that I want to watch one of each day from the 26th to the 31st, and for me to just to really enjoy it of each day of December, of the last month of the year. Okay, I'm sorry, but that was loud. So I'm not sure if you heard what I said. If not, I'll just say it again. But that's why, like I said, with me at least, I like to pick like any six favorite movies that I have in mind, ones that I would really want to watch, of the 26th to the 31st, to watch one each day of December, and to really enjoy watching it of the last month of the year before getting into the new year. So that's just what I like to do. So yeah, it's so like this new fun idea that I have that I've been doing for years. So yeah, it's just fun, it really is. And then what I also like to do is that even when we get, well, by the time it's New Year's Eve, and then it's over, and then that year is over, and we get into the new year, what I also do is that I also pick one more favorite movie to start off with the new year. And so now when we celebrated into this year, I the first movie, well, one of my favorite movies that I actually wanted to start the new year with, and that was Tombstone. And I love that movie. It's my favorite Western movie. So I'm actually glad I did, because to me it was in a way kind of fitting, and I just loved it. And of course, every day since, I would watch just other movies, and so now I don't know what favorite movie I would want to watch to start with the new year with of next year. That I don't know yet, but I think I'll know maybe once we get close. Like, I think once we're around Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, then I think I might know by then. But right now, it's still in early December, so I just have no idea. And, I just want to know what you guys like to do, after Christmas. Is there something you like to do, um, before December ends, the last month of the year? Or is there anything you like to do to start off the new year with? But I told you what it is that I like to do, and now you know. Um, so, and yeah, like I said, I will be doing more videos on Christmas movies and all that. So, yeah, look forward to that. And as I mentioned, that my goal is to do more videos next year. But when I do, I'm gonna do more like every week. Like, it's still gonna be the same of picking one day of the week to do three, and to upload one at least every other day. But I still want to do more, so that way I don't miss, so that way I don't want to miss out doing videos for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or especially a month. Like, I don't want to miss out. So I want to make sure that I can do more. I really do. And my goal is also for my channel to reach out to other movie buffs and movie lovers like me, who can just go on talking about movies and everything that goes into movies, like the wardrobe, the cast and their performances, the music, the director, the story, how it was written, what is it that maybe what we liked about the movie, what we didn't like, what could have been changed, and maybe what could have made the story maybe a little bit more interesting or a little bit more sad, a little bit more dramatic, or a little bit more intense, or a little bit more sweet, depending, like just all of that and everything that just goes into it and everything that makes and everything that comes together and makes the movie either good, really great, or maybe they don't turn out so great, it's like, because there are some that turn out completely bad, or just really horrible, so I just want to reach out to, I want my videos and my channel in general to reach out to other, like I said, movie buffs and movie lovers like me who can just go on talking about movies and all of that, like I mentioned. And and yes, that is my goal, and my goal is also to have over 1,000 subscribers, where my channel could be doing really well, and where my videos could get known, and where my videos could get more views, more likes, comments, and where they could get recognized, because of maybe the reaction videos that I did, or my videos could get recognized of the movies that I reviewed and talked about in my movie discussion videos, which I call popcorn chat, and even for my videos to get recognized of my movie dream videos, and even with my back in time watches, when I talk about the very first time that I've watched a particular movie, and how this is how old I was when I first watched this movie, and what I thought about it, what it made me felt, and what kind of impression it left on me, and whether if I really liked it or not, or loved it. But so far I have done ones pretty much that I either liked or loved, So now if I ever do one talking about the very first time I watched a movie that wasn't so good, then I probably can do that, but just not this month. Because there is one movie I have in mind to talk about that I really don't like, but I just don't want to do that one this month because it's so grotesque and disgusting. And so I think I'll just wait until I do that in January. Well, not like the start of the new year, but just somewhere in January. So yeah, that's why I just want to have this little chit chat of talking about that, about how I want my channel to grow, and like I said, even for me to do more collabs and to have guests on my channel too, even if it means if I have to have guests on my channel, even by doing a live stream, I would do that, and I would love to do that even more, and yeah, just to talk about how I really want to reach out to other movie buffs and movie lovers, who loves movies and as much as I do. So yeah, but yeah, that's why I want to have this little chit chat about that. So, that was pretty much what I've been thinking about lately about that. And yeah, you know, now if I were to do another tag, now believe me, anyone who wants to tag me in anything, like, um, it doesn't have to be a Christmas tag, but if it is, I don't mind. But if you tag me in anything um, anything like about movies at all, or anything, then that's fine. You feel free to tag me, like I said, about anything. Like if it's about what shows that I grew up watching, or maybe what movies I grew up watching, or maybe what I don't know if it's like to list underrated movies that anyone should see, because believe me, there are some underrated movies that I've seen, and I feel like no one knows about those movies, because this is what I know for a fact, that when a movie is released in theaters, and when it does so well and it becomes a huge hit at the box office, that's when it becomes this like huge success. And then everyone's wanting to go see it. And then of course there are some who, I think a majority of people are really gonna love it, like it, and there are some just not gonna really be into it. And there's just some that are gonna be like, I don't get it. Like I just don't I just can't really get into it, and that's fine too. Yes, and when movies become a big hit, that's when they get, that's when they become popular. They get this, big recognition for how well it was done. And now, of course, that's a good thing when they do become successful. But then when those other movies don't really become a big success at the box office, then that's when those movies are not going to get very well known as those other movies that became a huge hit. And those ones are gonna be, well, not gonna be, but those ones are most likely like the most underrated movies, where you don't hear about them as much like you hear about the other ones, and somehow they just go under the radar because you don't hear about it. You don't hear anyone talking about those underrated movies, because there are some underrated movies that have mixed reviews. Sometimes they'll have both, either positive and negative reviews, so it's like a mix. But then there are some that mostly have just negative reviews, and it's like, what? Why? Because, like I said, I have seen some underrated movies, and those ones that I've seen are really good, and I like them. I enjoy watching them. And for those ones that I've seen, even ones that I grew up watching, and when I tell someone about that movie that I've seen, they're like, wait, what? I'm like, this movie, and they're like, what is it about? And if I tell them, they're like, never heard of it. And if I tell them who's in it, they're like, nope. It's like, they don't even know because it's underrated. Like, it's just completely under the radar, where they go unnoticed, unrecognized, because these other movies are like, okay, it's like the ones that done so well, like they're way up here. Like everyone knows about them. Like everyone knows the story. They know who's in it. They know that it's done so well. And like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad when a movie becomes so successful. Like Titanic and Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, all these other great movies, which I love those movies too. Those ones are my favorite. Um, Now, they're my favorite not because how successful they became. Now, I'm glad they did, and I can see why because it was done so well. But yet, I also have some favorite movies that are underrated too, which I believe they could have had more recognition and where they could have gained as much success as those other ones, but yet they don't, and it goes completely unnoticed, and that's just what makes me feel like that's not fair. Now, I don't know if Batman Forever is underrated. I kind of think it is in a way because I don't hear a lot of people saying that that they like it. Now, I do know other people probably have heard about it, maybe seen it, but I know there's some that just really don't like it. It's like, okay, if you don't like it, fine, fine. But it's like, I love it. But I think to me it's underrated in a way where no one really sees it as a good Batman movie, and there's some that just see it as like, oh, it's just bad, and they say other things about it, which I will not say. But with me, it's like, oh, and some people have said that, like, oh, it's just so cheesy and corny. But you know what? I disagree. I don't see it that way. With me, Batman Forever, I don't see it as this cheesy, corny movie. No, I see it as this really, and I mean great. And it doesn't have to be great like an Oscar worthy type of movie, but to me it's still great in its own way, and its unique way of being this really fun and unique Batman movie that I've ever seen, and I love everything about it. So even though for those that say, oh, they see it this way, they see it that way, and it's like, not me. Like, somehow, even though that may look like that to them, but to me, I don't see it that way. Like, to me, I don't really see Batman as cheesy or corny. Like, I really don't. I don't see it that way. I just see the uniqueness of it, and I see how good it is, and great, like I said, great in its own way, and I just love it. Like, I love the cast and the performances and the music and just everything about it. And now, of course, I know some that might say that Jim Carrey wasn't really acting as the Riddler, but like some might say that, oh yeah, he was just being him through the Riddler, and that that's pretty much it. But I mean, yes, I do see that, but at the same time I still see him still putting on this interesting, unique performance as the Riddler. Like, yes, I see where he is being him of Jim Carrey, but I also see him where he is being Edward Nygma. And I'm sorry, you guys, but I just love his performance as the Riddler. And I just feel like the cast is really great. Now, of course, with Nicole Kidman's character, she seems to be very, I don't know if I can say the other word, but I'll just throw in this word. But she seems to be very lustful for Batman. At first. At first, yes, she does. But, like, I was like, okay, like, she she has to keep it together. She can't just be throwing herself at him, even though she kind of does. It's like, okay, I can see why and how you're feeling that way, but can you, please keep it together? Can you put a coat on? Because it's probably really cold outside. So, anyway, I think I got off track here. But anyway, I'm sorry. Now, that's pretty much all I have to say right now, but, yes, now, as much as I want to be reviewing Batman Forever, because I could go on talking about it, but I am not gonna review it, not yet, not until 2 years. Wait a minute, two? No, 3? Yeah, not until 3 years, only because in 2025, Batman Forever will celebrate its 30th anniversary on June 16th. And because of that, that's why I just want to wait until I do videos on Batman Forever. But I'm just only mentioning about how I just love the movie. So yeah, oh, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, no wonder I got off topic. So that's why I'm saying it's underrated. Not because no one notices it. It does get noticed, but it only gets noticed of being this, like, bad, corny movie, which I don't see it that way. I really don't. Like, I didn't see that way as a child, not even now as an adult. Like, I love it. You kidding me? Like, I think it's great. I think so. So, and like I said, oh, and Spirit. Like, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron is a animated movie, DreamWorks movie about a horse. And if you haven't seen it or heard about it, then you are missing out, because I grew up watching that movie and personally I can relate to it. I love everything about Spirit and I highly recommend it. And that's also one of the movies that also goes unnoticed. Now, Spirit does have, I would say, at least somewhat a big fan base, but I feel like there's a lot of people that don't even know about Spirit. And it's like, how can it just go unnoticed and doesn't get recognized for how good it is? Like, to me, Spirit's also one of those great movies, animated movies, and I think it could have gained at least somewhat success, just like The Lion King did. Because even The Lion King, everyone knows about The Lion King, but yet with Spirit, I feel like there are some people that, I feel like there's some portion of people that do know about, and there's some that just haven't seen it, but I highly recommend it. And I know this video is going on for kind of long. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to at least sit down, kind of talk about what it was that was on my mind. And so, yeah, and I'm sorry if I kept going on maybe without taking a breath, but sometimes when I feel like there's something maybe not fair about something, or something that should get noticed, especially to some underrated movies that I have seen, then yeah, sometimes I could just go on talking about without taking a breath. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if it's for really long, like 35 minutes. So anyway, leave a comment down below of what you thought of this conversation video. So yeah. And of course, there'll be more movies that I'll be reviewing in the new year. So look forward to that because I know I am. Now, of course, as I mentioned before we get into the new year, I just really want to have, like, I really want to take this time to really enjoy of being in December. I really do because I love this time of year. So I really want to enjoy it while it lasts, even before it gets close to Christmas. So, yeah. So, anyway, leave a comment down below on your thoughts, and comment down below about anything that you probably want to say of what I. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. So, that is all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.